It's your main man D Nut, aka Dr. Life in the business of saving lives. My main man SPI, my brother, gave me a challenge since he doing the wake and bake every morning. He said, yo, I need 4 minutes. So here we go. This is for the wake and bake. My spin on the wake and bake is wake and Baymaac watch saves. Wake and Baymaac watch saves. So what's Baymaac watch? I don't know if y'all been following SPI, but he sometimes will refer to a time where he was in college and he was running with somebody named D Nut. Well, that D Nut was me. And the last time I heard him tell a story about when he saved my life, I was running from the police. One night was supposed to be in one place. I was in a different place. And if I had got caught, there's no telling what direction my life would have went in. It would have been no more at that particular place. It would have been no more in that particular school. It was guaranteed expulsion, guaranteed go back to the crib, which is the tough streets of Trenton, New Jersey. Trenton makes, the world takes. So SPI's reaction to the whole situation when I come diving through the window was what I say saved my life. Now, I had seen this man some weeks earlier walking from one event. We was going to the cafeteria. I was telling him this the other day on the phone. And we all down there. This is like the first weekend of school. We all fresh. Don't nobody know nobody. Don't nobody know nobody. But apparently this one dude turned out to be a cat from North Carolina. He was trying to front, trying to size cats up, trying to make an impression, trying to be tough, trying to be something he wasn't. So SBI walking with his lady in front of me. We don't know him from Adam. We don't know his lady from Adam. We don't know the dude from Adam. We just on the sidewalk headed to the cafeteria. It's just people. The dude coming in this direction, SPI in front of me, and my then she was just my lady, my soon-to-be fiance, which would turn into my wife. We celebrate 23 years of marriage this year. So I know how to be the ultimate team player. I know how to play the role. I know how to play my position to the fullest to make sure that the team win. And that's what this is about. The Baymaac watch saves. Parole 2. Parole 2. Everything I've done from that day to this has been to be a return on the investment that I received from SPI. So we at 349. So what I'm gonna tell y'all is this. The dude tried to size SPI up, and SPI tried to walk on the other side to keep a confrontation from happening. He was on one side of his lady, he went on the other side. Then the dude purposely, he ain't walking with no lady, he's just walking. So SPI move and then the dude move. So it's gonna be a clash. It's like he was playing chicken on the sidewalk. And so without hesitation, SPI did what he was supposed to do. Knocked him out. And kept it moving. Keep it moving. And yo, I promise you, when me and my lady walk by, yo, we crying laughing. Oh man, when I tell you we crying laughing like yo. So the next time I see this dude, which is SPI, I'm running from police and I dove in a window. So I'm already knowing when I look up on the top bunk who room it is, it could go all the way bad. but it didn't. And that night, SPI looked down. He ain't even say nothing. You know what I'm saying? The curtains came with me, everything. Like, I came across the desk, everything that was on the desk came off the desk. SPI partner was in the room, on the floor, his roommate. I wasn't worried about him. I already knew Cat from the past, so I wasn't worried about that. So I get to explain to yo, no disrespect, fam, blah, 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 blah. I'm running from the boys. Yo, I'm gonna go down here, dip. Yo, I gotta make sure they don't catch me. And if they don't catch me, I'm gonna come back and we're gonna make it right. And he like, all right. So and in less than 90 days, me and SPI made a relationship where I don't know how to name it. Cats called us nuts. Cat SPI, I'm back on my brainless. I'm back on my brainless, bro. My story ain't a regular story, yo. A lot of people got this score, but in 2010, I went through a health challenge. SPI got another partner by the name of New Money, who was in a car accident, lost his arm, and transformed his life and became an inspiration for taking and transforming his life and his body when he had a setback, and he took the setback and made it a setup. He ascended. And so similar thing happened in my life in 2010. I had some complications, health complications. I went to a dude and he told me, yo, you got 8 months to learn how to live life. And I played around. And in 2016, I had a life-ending, life-altering aortic aneurysm. If you don't know what it is, go look it up. It's a death sentence. It's a death sentence. I had the aortic aneurysm is your blood vessel to your heart. The splenetic aneurysm is the blood vessel to your spleen. The same wife I told you was walking behind SPI with me. The doctor told her on the phone, I'll give him 0 chance to survive the surgery. Well, I'm talking to you. And that ain't the story that I want to tell y'all. What I really want to tell y'all, I know I'm over 4 minutes, but I'm gonna end it up with this SPI. I'm back on my brainless. Because in 2016, when I opened my eyes, that the young lady that was told I had 0 chance, she was down in Florida, had to jump on a plane and fly up, only with her faith and with her spoken word that said, yo, I give you permission to save his life. That's what she told the doctor. And she jumped on a plane knowing and believing that that was enough to cover me. So after 3 days in a coma, when I opened my eyes and I saw that young lady, knowing that 10 years earlier, 6 years earlier, on a similar scare, somebody had told me, yo, you got 8 months to learn how to change it, learn how to live life. And I ain't take him seriously. So in 2016, I was on the deathbed. I came back from the brink of death and I opened my eyes and she said, what are you doing? We ain't finished. Now, for somebody who's known for finishing, for somebody who's known for going up and getting it, somebody who's known for finishing, she know what I'm talking about, because I turned that same ability to go up and finish. We took it into the hoods of Chicago, Illinois, and Her and a group of young ladies and some inner city young people wanted to get off the streets. So our women and our children who wanted to break cycles took that ability to go up and get it, go up and get resources, go up and get transformational power. Every resource I could find, I went and got it. I did it without amassing huge amounts of money and wealth. Why? So that I could turn around to the same people who I was giving the power to, who I was showing how you could break the cycle. I could then hand it off to them and tell them you could do the same thing. You got to have millions. All you got to do is have somebody toss you the lob, give you the handoff, give you the challenge. And so recently SPI did a wake and bake where he was spitting, he was telling about our experience, and he spit the Biggie Smalls joint. The Biggie Smalls joint that I put him up on that night. We spent all night talking about hip hop. See, I come from the roots of hip hop. We live, breathe, eat, sleep hip hop. I come from the roots of hip hop where we know we have elders, and elders have standards. And no matter what the younger generation want to say or do, yo, it's rules to this thing. It's character. It's principles. So I was going through a list of songs that made me who I was in hip hop, or formed my whole perception around hip hop. And one of them was Biggie Smalls' joint. If I die, I want to go to hell. And SPI spit it, and then when we talked later, he was like, yo, you gotta check out my man from Crenshaw. My main man Nipsey from Crenshaw. Yo, we was doing that work in Crenshaw in 2006. And when SPI told me he was, y'all understand. Me and SPI has been allowing me to use his image, his access in the industry, his work on in movies and on TV with Weeds and SPI's name was out here. And so I'm working with young people who are in playing sports and in football and basketball, and I'm working with young women, and I'm telling them they can break the cycle. And so it's always good when you could be all things to all people and have examples of individuals that came from challenging environments and are using other avenues to break cycles and transform and get up out of there. So SBI has always been allowing me to use him to inspire, to empower, to break cycles. So when I brought my other heavy hitter, the hip hop preacher, Eric Thomas, we was coming to Crenshaw High every year. So Eric SPI was coming through doing the same thing, hollering at the shorties, cutting videos, whatever ET needed, whatever I asked, whatever. But then the lady that was bringing us there, she passed away. Listen, I'm trying to tell y'all about some obstacles. I'm trying to tell y'all about how life gonna throw stuff at you. But when SPI, see, I was feeling bad about 2016. Because when my lady was like, we ain't finished. And so I let 3 years go by from 2016 to 2019. I let 3 years go by. And when I opened my eyes and when she said, we ain't finished, I had stated to the King of Kings who brought me through that I was going to get back on my brainless and go get it and go finish the work. Finish the transforming work. But here it is, 2019, and my older sister, a couple months ago, went into the hospital, almost died. My aunt, who raised us, did die about a month ago. So when I seen SPI spit the joint and reminded me of how when we was on our brainless list and what, man, we wasn't letting nothing stop us back then. We wasn't letting no challenge, no obstacle, no nothing stop us from letting everybody know, yo, this our spot. We have dominion, we rule. So I'm gonna let you know, SPI. We back on our brainless, bro. To find out that we was back in Crenshaw after all the work we did at Crenshaw High. And to find that you got to connect for us to get back out there. So later on, as I do these, I'm gonna let y'all know how we do what we do, how we use football, basketball, track and field, the stuff that we dominate at. To not just play it as an after-school program. Anybody could do an after-school program. Nah, we talking about breaking the generational curse of poverty. Let me show you something. SPI and the whole world. Y'all see that right there? I don't know if y'all can see that. Okay. This right here, this is a phone. It says a 7 on it. All right. This is my business partner across the table from me. This is a phone. This is me and that bride. This is me and SPI. So Baymaac means be about your money at all costs. Be about your money. And that's all we need. To break the generational curses of poverty. All we need was a plug and an opportunity to bypass the traps and the obstacles of this fake blood money system. These the phones. So on these sessions, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna show you how we're gonna use these phones. And all of the phones are just the most recent addition. And all of the other resources that we have to break the generational. Our joint is the Father's wish. The Father's wish, New Deal, tell. The Father's wish, New Deal, tell. Like telephone, the Father's wish, New Deal, telephone. And in each one of our branches and partners, SPI, you're gonna get your own phone. And so we got the concept to use these resources to teach economic empowerment and development by controlling and taking ownership of assets. All right. Our people don't know nothing about owning nothing. And the crazy thing about it is H&R Block, they don't even talk to their people. They don't even talk to nobody unless you got $500,000. They won't even sit down at the table. So we're going to use these phones to generate a pipeline, a return on investment, BTC, ROI, a return on investment, everything SPI done put in our life, everything ET done put in our life, everything Stillborn the Revelator and Alienation done put in our life, everything that Andre McDonald is from the soul. Our network is everything that Edward Marty, all the investments that everybody has put in now. The Father's wish, organization, break the cycle. D-Nut, we coming to give a return on that investment. We coming to break bread with y'all, to help give y'all a stream to continue to invest. And in this next chapter, when we go on offense, we've been playing defense. Now we switching to offense. The ball is in our hands. The ball is in our court. And watch what we do with it from here. Peace. We just getting started.